Go.
Okay, so we made some mistakes there. So I used this fat tube to start the siphon. You can do it, but it's just hard to work with. I think an easier one is this thinner tubing. It'll take longer, but it'll be easier to start a siphon and keep it going. Okay, so again, just make sure that all the air bubbles get out. Push it down, hold it down, let all the air bubbles go out, all the air bubbles go out, all the air bubbles go out. Okay, now plug both ends with your thumbs, and then quickly move one end over and down low. And then that'll start a nice siphon. Okay, and so before I used a brick to hold this thing down, and that was pretty stupid. A better thing to use is this thing. These are like little plastic clips. And what you can do is just put them on the side of the tank. And this just holds the siphon in the water. So it'll keep working. While that's sucking down the tank, in the meantime, pick up all these things. Note the nastiness. So there's algae on everything, it's all brown. Bring these over into the sink. Here. There's going to be a lot of nasty stuff down in here too. Note the nastiness of this. Extremely nasty. Put it in the sink. The other thing to grab is there's a plexiglass thing over the cooling coils. Pull that up by grabbing onto one of these holes. Also note the nastiness. Okay, now comes for a tricky maneuver. What you want to do, first grab a wire brush and just brush off all of this stuff. Try to brush off as much as you can so it gets at least into solution a little bit. In both the side chambers, try to brush it off. Even better, use one with a handle. Okay. Brush it off, try to get as much of the gook off as you can on the sides. The more gook you can get into solution, the cleaner the tank will be at the end. Brushes with real handles would be a good investment, because this is kind of annoying to use. Alright, we're going to go over to here. I'm going to take the temperature sensor out. Just kind of put it down here. Alright, note the nastiness in here. Lots of algae. Just kind of brush it off as much as you can. You don't have to get it all off, but the more you can get off, the cleaner the tank will be. Try to get as much of it into the water as you can. Again in here, clean off as much as you can. And over here. Okay, so we got all this nasty stuff in the water. How are we going to get it out? So what you do is you take your siphon, and while water levels over here are still pretty high, grab it, plug it with your thumb, and then quick move it over into here. And you can see the nastiness just pouring out. Let's see some nastiness output. Okay. So you have to be careful in here. You have to drive around as quickly as you can and suck up as much of the nastiness as you can without losing the siphon. And you're not going to be able to get all of it. But you can at least get a lot of it. See the nastiness coming out. Big chunks of nasty. That was a lot of nasty right there. Okay, so as the water level gets down, what you're going to see is that there's two holes at the bottom where the water drains out. And over those holes are going to be two screens. Note the nastiness. So this is going to inhibit how much water can go through the filtration system. So you want to get it out and clean those off. Again, nasty screen. Take it out and clean it out. Okay, now we're getting down low and it's getting exciting because you might lose the siphon. So keep the siphon for as long as you can, and if you need to hop it into another chamber, just plug it and move it over quickly. Okay, try to hold the siphon for as long as you can, plug it, and if you can actually stick it into these things and drive it around a little bit. You can see the nastiness coming out. Look at the nasty in there, in the tube. Okay, so I'm holding the siphon. I'm just going to go over here and do the same thing real quick. It helps if you try to keep the siphon for as long as going as long as you can. Okay. Keep sticking it into these places, into these chambers, and sucking it out. Okay, at some point it'll get so low that you won't be able to keep the siphon going. Okay. At this point, what you want to do is attach a hose onto this thing and open this valve out. And once this is open, it'll release the rest of the water in there. I'm going to go look for the thing to do that.